Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay.
Gay.
Years from now, our troubles will be miles away. Here we are, as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Pretty soon we all will still be together.
Fuck that shit. Hey, buddy. How's it going?
Hey, how are you?
Welcome to Mick Motherwell's Self-Awareless. Tory was super had a lot of diarrhea going on. Anyway, late to the show. It doesn't matter. We're here when we fucking say it. If you're important, people wait. Do you know what I mean? You'll tune in later. You'll tune in now. Tory, the first thing I want to open with, it's been pissing me off all day. Wouldn't it be nice if everybody used a fucking blinker? Are you one of those motherfuckers that just weaves in and out without using a fucking blinker?
Okay.
You are! Like, tell me your fucking face.
Actually, we're going to start this episode super odd. I am about to be 27. I don't have a driver's license. I've never had one. Ever. I've never had one.
That's the craziest fucking thing I've ever heard.
I've never had
How
a
do you do
learner's
anything?
permit. Oh, I've gotten on, man.
No fucking way. No driver's license. You've been able to drive for 11 years and you have never you've never drove.
Never.
I understand if you lived in a little fucking village and shit, or even a big city where you could walk around, but you can't walk around where you live. You can't. To like get everywhere.
Well, you know,
Do you know what I mean? That's insanity.
I just really thought I'd be in New York by now, buddy.
Well, as you can see behind me, that's where I am. City of fucking dreams, New York.
Such a
The
David Letterman.
city of higher learning, New York. The fucking sister city, New York. That's where I am. Always and every week, live from right under the Brooklyn Bridge. What I'm saying is, I travel, I commute to work, and right now is the fucking worst time I've ever been on the road. I go to I work about 50 miles away from home. So I'm doing about 100 miles a day.
You're not on the road right now, Mick.
No, what I'm saying is
I know.
on the road, and the last 2 days have been insane. It's Thanksgiving. It's holiday travel. And it's fucking nuts. It's like no one's using blinkers. Everyone's just like, is this my exit? No. Well, if you didn't, it's like, it's 2021. Have some MapQuest on. You know, have someone knows what's going on. What I'm saying is,
no.
Why are you fucking going 35 on the interstate?
You have to print out the instructions nowadays. You can't trust those
ridiculous,
phones.
Isn't it? It's ridiculous. I used to now let me talk a little shit about women for just a second, and we'll see.
I wouldn't know anything about that, so go ahead.
Used to be that on Thanksgiving travel days, this is what I appreciate. I lived in Atlanta for a long time, and traffic there is crazy. And what I used to appreciate about holiday travel, I really mean this. I used to notice it. It was dads driving. It was always dads driving. And in a weird fucking way, traffic was always super smooth, man. It's like nighttime in Atlanta, 10 o'clock in Atlanta on a Wednesday or a Tuesday before Thanksgiving. And shit was just awkwardly smooth. It was like, damn, dude, this is nice, even though it's busy. And you look, and it was always fucking dads that looked a lot like this, which is either Hitler and Charlie Chaplin's baby child, or I don't know, it's something like it. But what I'm saying is, it was dads driving. Now this week, I'm just seeing all these fucking moms driving, and I'm like, what the fuck? That's the problem. That's my issue right now this week. A lot of females doing the Thanksgiving driving, and that's bullshit.
The one thing I always hated about Thanksgiving was the fact of, like, especially, you know, a new relationship or whatever, and they decide, oh, you should come, like, they invite you to their Thanksgiving, and it always fucking sucks, or it's fucking weird. Always. And like, dude, I'm into Italian guys.
And it's like, fuck me.
I'm into Italian guys. So here's what I've learned about, like, traditional like Italian
guys. Hear it out.
Italian is like so Americanized here that whenever you actually have Italian food, like made from old Italian grandmas, it tastes so fucking plain and weird that you're like, damn, this is what they talk about. Like, I remember I'm like, I was like, there's not a lot of sauce, and they're like, real Italians don't like this. I can't do an Italian accent, so I'm sorry. They're like, we don't like the sauce like that. Like, we just actually appreciate the cheese and the homemade pasta. We don't actually put that shit ton of tomato sauce.
I get it. Yeah, but like, isn't that way better?
I had a pudding with like oranges in it, oranges and coconut. And
they put like egg on pizza.
I don't even know what they're doing ever.
They put egg on pizza. It's fucking ridiculous.
It's fucked up. Like, I don't know. I come from like a little Southern family, so they like really cook. So I'm just like, what is this?
I'm not a big fucking. So what I will say is, I'm smoking a turkey on Thursday. I've never ever manned a smoker.
I hate turkey.
I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan.
Speaking of turkey, what did the turkey say to the hunter on Thanksgiving? Quack, quack. I don't know if he froze or if he hates me.
Blue. What did the turkey say to the hunter on Thanksgiving? Yeah, we're back. What did the turkey say to the hunter on Thanksgiving?
Quack, quack.
Oh, come on now. Quack, quack. Was that a popsicle stick joke? Where did you find that one? That's a good one.
You're like freezing so bad.
I like that a lot. That's a small.
You're frozen, bro. You're frozen.
Get me.
All right. He's frozen. I'm gonna keep telling. He sounds like a fucking robot. I fucking quit, bitch. What is this? I'm gonna text you. I fucking hate you. You've looked like this for so long. Oh, it's just me now. Why did the cranberries turn red? Because they saw the turkey dressing. Ooh.
I don't know
what's
going on here. We're good to go now. Anyway, I was talking about NSYNC. I don't know if anyone heard that rant.
Nobody.
Okay, so they've got that fucking.
What do you got? AOL? What is that? Is your mom on the phone? What's going on?
I got mail, and then my mom was on the fucking phone to my fucking Aunt Laura, and got me off.
It was almost like a fax
That's a good
machine.
joke. That's a good burn, man. That's fun. I'm glad it keeps connection. That's point of having you here. You keep the connection. Anyway, in sync, I was like, I did something like, I was like, oh, it's got to be me on my side, like on my internet. And I was like, oh, it's gonna be me is the song. And then I was leading into the fact that NSYNC had that Christmas song. It's hard to have like Christmas songs are pretty classic, right?
Oh, yeah, and
then to have one as like a modern day band that's catchy, and it's now a 20-year-old song probably that we all know, right? It may be one of the worst or best Christmas songs ever, but what in your mind is the worst Christmas song ever?
Oh, it's the one that's like I forget. It's like it's about buying his mom some new shoes before she fucking dies.
Oh, I've got no fucking clue what that is, but let's find the fuck out. This is what we're gonna do right now.
It's
son.
like, I've got to buy these shoes for my mama, please. I can't do it. It makes me like cry out of nowhere, and I'm like about to go to the mall.
Song.
You're gonna play it, and I hate it.
Buy shoes. No, I can't play more than like 10 seconds, but hey, let's look at the lyrics here. All right. You can see it. I can see it.
It's like
it was almost Christmas time. There, I stood in another line trying to buy that last gift or two, not really in the Christmas mood. Standing right in front of me was a little boy waiting anxiously, pacing around like little boys do. And in his hand, a pair of shoes. His clothes were worn and old. He was dirty from head to toe. And then when it came his time to pay, I couldn't believe what I heard him say. So I'm in my theory, we're going into a chorus here.
Oh yeah.
Sir, I want to buy these shoes for my mama, please.
That's
Christmas
not
Eve
how
and these shoes are just her size. Because hurry, sir, Daddy says there's not much time. See, she's been sick for quite a while, and only these shoes make her smile. And I want her to look beautiful if Mama meets cheese. I don't want to read any more of that. Okay?
That's my least favorite Christmas.
Why is that a Christmas song? That is, no, I think you might be right. I think that might be the worst Christmas song. Christmas is about hope and joy and awesomeness. And I understand memories, and Christmas is about cherishing your loved ones and all that shit. But don't fucking teach me to cherish my loved ones by thinking my mom's going to die on Christmas Eve. We got to hear we got to hear 10 seconds of this. I can get copyright for, there's an ad.
Our new EV rental fleet is the absolute.
Fucking
built nice.
Right. You can skip. You can skip.
I'm going to try and get to that chorus part.
A while, and know these shoes will make us smile. And one or two look beautiful.
That kid.
Oh, does he have cancer?
No, his mom does.
This kid looks like yeah. All right, my mom is dying of like stage 4 something, and that's sad as fuck. I'm not. No, you know what? What's like?
I had sex with somebody that looks like that. That was that way. I swear I did. What? I think
a child.
No,
you fucking sicko. You goddamn chomo.
He looked like that though. It wasn't a
Did he have leukemia? Did you have sex with obviously not a kid? Did you have sex with someone with leukemia?
I don't get that serious.
What's crazy about it is like, all right, they're going with the fact that it's my mom's dying and this sucks.
So why does he look like he's fucking dying?
But they're trying to sell it so much that it's like, oh, this kid's homeless and has cancer. And may or may not be a burn victim. We don't know.
He looks like Big Daddy's kid.
I think maybe if I mute it, we can get another few seconds out of it. Let's see if we can do it. Look at him. Look at his teeth. They were like, that's the perfect fucking kid. He's got it all, baby. He's got it all. Oh, I muted you.
I'm like, why is he talking?
Did I? I don't know. This motherfucker. Anyway.
Can you hear me?
You might have won this. I can hear you. You may have won this battle. Before I went any further, I was going to say, I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus by the
I
Jackson
was going
5.
to say that too, or Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer.
That's a terrible song, but that's a cliche answer. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
it's supposed to be a shitty song. So
Right.
it gets a pass as like a mediocre Christmas song because everybody knows it. And it is what it is. It's Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. And it's supposed to be gay.
Right.
But this one here has really taken the fucking cake. Like, that's unbelievable. I've never heard it.
But believe it or not, I really love Mariah Carey's Christmas song that everybody
people
fucking
love it.
hates.
I get it.
I do.
Look, everyone hates it. 'Cause it's like
I listen to the extra festive version. There's two kinds: the original and the extra festive one.
That's
and
fucking
like,
unbelievable.
Oh, there is. Even on like.
Do you know how many? You say everyone hates it, but for everyone that hates it, there's a fucking mom out there drinking a Diet Coke tonight that loves that song.
I'm drinking Diet Coke right now.
And they've paid $2.99 for the extra festive version on their
still
iPods when they go running and shit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude.
No, they got
their moms
Apple,
and shit.
They got
and
Apple
like,
Music.
There's an extra festive version? Fuck yeah.
Listen, most moms now are teen moms. They know what Apple Music is.
Yeah, but they're also the ones that are like, I'm listening to songs that are like, all I want for Christmas is you.
I don't know why that reminds me of this, but I was watching Family Feud today, like reruns on Hulu because
my brother-in-law was on that shit. It's fucking fantastic.
So they're like, who would you not want your I can't talk. Your grandfather just took a Viagra. Who is the least person that he would want to show up after doing Viagra? And one of the top answers was his parents. And I'm like, how many people, for real,
have grandparents or parents? But that's nowadays, man. That's nowadays,
man. Because of all, yeah, exactly.
My grandma passed away this year, and God rest her and shit. But like, she was so happy because she had like 7 great grandkids who like will always remember her, which is insane. Like,
yeah,
do you know what? It happens. Like, but like, goddamn, like. Yeah, kids are having kids, and what happens is, maybe you'll be on 16 and Pregnant on MTV, and so people are like, Do you know how many people try to make the NBA and don't make it? How many people try to make the MLB and don't make it? And It just happens. It's people's ambitions in their fucking heads that they're going to do it. That takes some hard work. You know how many people fucking try to make 16 and Pregnant and don't make it? It's about the fucking same numbers, I bet. People are just so into it.
What's cool is actually teen pregnancy.
Kids are just so fucking dumb.
Teen pregnancy is like really low right now. Like it's not.
Great.
It's been going down. It's been going down so much. Actually, it's not that.
Do you think that's the Illuminati? I'm sitting there fucking cursing it, but MTV's like, yeah, we're just trying to show people what a train wreck it is, and they'll stop fucking or stop being irresponsible.
It could have been due to coronavirus in the past few years also.
Yeah, dope. You're not teens aren't pregnancy's up because parents are fucking.
Right.
But kids aren't sneaking in each other's houses and shit.
Right.
Or going to the park and shit.
We'll scare them out of having babies.
Come on, COVID. Funny. I hope COVID's around for another 20 years.
What's funny is the conspiracy is that the COVID shots, the conspiracy is that they'll stop people from making babies eventually because they're like sterilizing people.
Yeah, they're stuck in the house. Yeah, don't fucking go outside. Look, you can
I'm saying people,
mortgage rates are so low right now.
No, Mick, I'm saying that people believe that the, consequences of getting the shot is being sterilized, not able to have babies.
Oh, no fucking way. I've been jerking off to so much gay porn lately.
It's probably a side effect.
Fucking sense.
I still don't have the shot, and yeah,
I'm fine with it, but I like to be that erroneous because people fucking are so scared about these kinds of consequences.
I'm scared of my own face, so I'm scared.
No, it's fine. I'm not. Look, anyone's fucking choice is anyone's choice, but I don't want you to like if you say. I'm trying to think of a cool analogy here because it's just bullshit when people are like, well, I think this and this, and it's like, come on now. Like the irrational excuses to not do it are ridiculous. Just fucking say, I don't want to
How about I just fucking hate people and I want survival of the fittest to take its fucking course, baby.
So, but I think what you're saying,
I'm kidding.
but I also think, but I think when people say things like that, let's talk about it, is that, like, okay, do you think fittest is like the dumb, educated, like, idiots that went and got vaccinated? Do you know what I mean? Like, where do people draw the line on that?
I'm saying the people that are dying from it.
No, exactly. I'm fine with it. Last year, look, I'll get vaccinated. I'll get a booster probably. I'm debating on that. Let's be fair. But
of course you'll get a booster. Of course.
What I'm also
you
saying
look like you already got a few.
I got to the point. I did get to the point where it was just like I don't like. I just touched on my grandma passing, but that's where I was like even before I was like, I don't give a shit about your grandma. I've said it on the show. Your grandma can go fuck herself. Your grandpa can go. Let's get back to normal and let's just let it fucking run. If you're old and if you're weary or if you're autoimmune, or whatever, then stay at home. It's up to you now. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, let's just get fucking back to normal. And so I'd be fine with that. Like, that is my stance on it. So whether you choose to get the vaccine or not, it's fine. So I'm with you on the survival of the fittest. Be smart about it. Stay at home. We know it's not fucking killing all of us.
Speaking of survival of the fittest,
if you want to fucking survive the
speaking on survival of the
variants.
fittest, let's talk about the people that fucking died and there's court cases on it now. Fucking.
Oh, you want to go into that shit? We got a few of those. So let's talk about what you want to really get into this Rittenhouse one. Do you know about that one?
I do. We kind of touched on it last time, but now the verdict's out.
I didn't watch a minute or a second of any of these fucking trials.
I knew that I lost my headphones. I knew that the verdict was going to come out like that, though. I knew it was going to come out
100%.
Not guilty.
It's very political and it's ridiculous to me.
It is and it isn't in certain ways. Like actually, like looking at like how the court system works.
Technicalities are technicalities, Tory.
Right. And
100%. This is all on technicality, in my opinion. So quote me on that part. 100%. That kid killed those people in self-defense. Technically. Why the fuck was he here? Like that's insane.
But that's what's interesting
that's
about
an agitator, man. Like that is not cool.
But that's what's interesting about cases like that, which is it's interesting to note what is dropped and what's important.
What's insanity, Tory, is the Ahmaud Arbery trial is happening right now, and it's the exact same fucking thing when you break it down.
It's not quite the same thing because he grabbed the other dude's gun.
He didn't have a gun. They were there. They put themselves in a position and had a gun at somebody.
Right. I understand that.
So how do they get away with self-defense?
Because
that's what they're pleading.
Because what they're saying is that the other dude was trying to grab the gun, I'm assuming, is what they're
what happened. The guy grabbed the gun. What the fuck is he supposed to do?
Exactly. I mean, I don't see that going anywhere other than guilty.
He died in self-defense.
I think.
Do you know what I mean?
I think it's going to be guilty.
100%. But why isn't the Rittenhouse one? Because look, it's the exact same thing. I know it's not the exact same thing, right? We get that, right? But Tory, self-defense? Why the fuck was he in the position? Why was he ever there?
That doesn't matter.
It does matter. It does.
No, it really doesn't.
And he was supposed to be. He had a curfew law.
That's like saying. That's like saying.
He was in his house. He would never have been there.
All right.
He had a gun. It stayed away.
Shut the fuck up for a second and let me talk.
This is what we do. I love you.
So that's like saying a girl that fucking got raped out of curfew. Well, she shouldn't have been out that late, so it shouldn't have happened.
No, it's not.
Oh, it is so similar. If you're gonna talk about
asking for it, girls don't ask for it, right? Like, she was asking for it. You've heard that thing. That's a big thing.
Right, but what I'm saying, if you're
wearing a mini skirt and asking and
you're not
confusing me for asking for it,
it's
different. You walked in with an AR.
If your argument though is you shouldn't have even been out, at that time, you had no business being there. You could
with
use
an
that
assault
argument.
rifle.
You could use that argument in any kind of fucking thing, and it wouldn't be okay.
No.
So that's
No. Let me finish my sentence.
I understand. He had an assault rifle. I don't think he meant to use it. He meant to scare people with it that night.
Tory, on my life. That's stupid. But
He meant to scare people with that shit.
If anyone from the police department listens to this show, I want them to please clarify. I'm pretty sure.
I can send
but
you
if
a
I
link.
walk down, my street, my fucking neighborhood street, with my licensed rifle, just walk down the street with it strapped to my fucking back, I would get a call from someone would call, and I would spend the night in jail for something other than, whatever. But like, it's a menace to society somehow, some way, and it's not cool. This motherfucker is 17 years old and went across state lines. Look, I understand the technicality. I did preface this with the technicality. He did defend himself in the end. But it's not like saying a girl got raped.
He was up to no good.
It would be like a girl
he was
got
asking
raped,
for
but
trouble.
she was in the fucking alleyway fingering herself going, "Hey, what's up, boys?" That's what that would be like. Does that make sense?
But
that's
it's
what
still not consent.
It's still not cool.
So
She did get raped. She got raped. It's not cool. But that's what he did. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's technicalities. I get it. He did fucking self-defend himself. But he didn't get raped. But he was really asking for it. Not just dressed in a fucking hot dress or something,
I understand. He was definitely searching for trouble. Speaking of searching for
100%
trouble.
100% agitating some shit.
Speaking
Go ahead.
of searching for trouble, what is a turkey's favorite dessert?
Go for it.
Peach gobbler, just like your mom.
I was fucking going with gobbler, but I was like, what the fuck would be gobbler? I swear to God. I was thinking gobble is what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And yeah, good one. Peach gobbler, just like
all
my
right,
mom.
trials, right? Ghislaine Maxwell's trial started.
Is her name Ghislaine?
It is. That's how it's pronounced. It's Ghislaine.
Ghislaine.
It looks like it would be Ghislaine.
Yeah.
But it's
Ghislaine.
Ghislaine. It's like
that's exactly Ghislaine.
But it's Ghislaine. It's Ghislaine. That's how it's pronounced.
Do you know how much I've read that as like
Ghislaine or Ghislaine, right?
Ghislaine, right. I think, is how I've read it.
Can we get this fucking boy off the screen, dude?
Let me I want people to tune in to be like, what the fuck are they talking about? Like,
We're asking for donations on the Leukemia Society.
What's the word? Insatiable? I don't even know how to spell it. But
it's I-N.
It's like insatiable, right?
I know how
That's how it
That.
reads. I used to read insatiable. It's like insatiable.
It's like insatiable.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I read that for like until I was like 25 or 26. I'm like, it's insane. And I had to like retrain myself to read it.
I used to say scarce. I said scarce instead of scarce for some reason.
Do you know what I fucking hate? You know what my pet peeve on those ones are? Sword. When people say sword. It's fucking sword. And I haven't heard anyone say sword since I was in high school.
Like sewerage.
Yeah. But they pick my teachers would pick on the smart kids to read, and they'd be like, he drew his sword. And I'm like, this motherfucker said sword?
It's like cool.
And then he cut the skizzers. And these are like smart kids. And I'm like, nah, man. They ain't that fucking smart. Sword. That was my
Anyway.
Giselle Maxwell.
Ghislaine.
Anyway, Epstein's buddy.
Yes.
Everybody forgot about that shit.
Right. She's been in jail since July of last year. She's literally been in
Still hasn't accidentally not killed herself.
What is it called? Isolation? Like she's been in isolation since July.
Oh, they're gonna make her talk, dude.
And what's crazy is I've looked a lot on this. So her brother tried to petition against certain things because
he's staying up.
People like the guards were coming up and flashing their light to make sure she wasn't killing herself every 15 minutes, so she couldn't get proper sleep. They were like not feeding her that well, which is fine by me. Fuck it. But her trial is on November 29th. They expect it to be 6 weeks. But their pretrial shit's going on right now. But I did find out. Let me see if I can. Did I save this? So because I found out. Remember, I was telling you off of the record that I was kind of mad about all of the Rittenhouse information that was coming out because because Ghislaine had started, her shit had started, and I was like, we only got a sketch, yet we just saw every crying, ugly face of Kyle's on his fucking
and it's actually true shit. Like, when I first saw that meme or that, like, whatever you want to call it, that shareable information, it was a meme that was like saying that. I was like, oh, that's fake. Like, what? I really swear to God, I was like,
real.
No, and I Googled
that's why
it.
I
Like,
sent that to you.
Shit.
Yeah.
Like, but I saw that. I did see it like last week, honestly. And I looked at
it.
Well,
it didn't start until, it's
I did a little, like, non-funny post on one of the local sites. I was like, hey, don't be distracted, people, like this kind of, but I didn't want to mention all that shit. And I posted in the comment, but like, I did, it's like, it is sucky. Like, it's like, I thought that was a fake thing. And I'm like,
so what I found out,
like,
what I found out,
because I got some theories on this shit.
So I actually looked this up, and you can too. It's very much so, like, certain states have different things, but this is the United States versus Ghislaine Maxwell, and that is why, like, it's up to them whether it is public or not.
Yeah,
because
and
it's
that's
versus
fair enough,
the United States.
Well, you understand that, like, there's a lot of people that are involved.
Donald
with
Trump,
the United States,
Prince
that have
Andrew,
definitely and 100%. Like, I don't know about Donald Trump. I don't know if is he on the list?
Donald Trump is on the list. Prince Andrew is on
the
list.
I mean,
Bill Clinton was on the list. So the list is actually called Government Exhibit 52.
There he is.
And
it's got to end up being public. It should end up being public info. Here's my thing on it, Tori, and I'll try to be quick about this and look see what you say. But if I like Tom Hanks and shit are on there, right? Like, there's some fucking names, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I was ever famous, and it's hard to be like, oh, I'm famous, and this is what I would do. If I won the lottery, this is what I do. I get that shit, right? But if I'm fucking famous, if I've got a real reputation, and I never, ever, ever had anything to fucking do with it, it'd be the first thing I fucking did when that shit came out.
Oh, yeah.
And not fucking one of them has done that. Not one of them. If I had any kind of fucking if I really, really, really had nothing to do with it,
what's crazy?
I would fucking walk in there and I'd fucking go to Facebook, Twitter, everything live. And I'd be like, hey, ask me any goddamn question you want because I ain't got shit to do with that shit. But not one of them has done it, Tori.
I advise you to actually. There's some good documentaries on Ghislaine Maxwell.
I've seen one of them. And
so you realize?
No, I stopped watching.
She's the daughter of this huge success fucker, and he died on the fucking boat. Like, he fucking disappeared, and she fucking covered that shit up back then. She's a fucking crazy
cunt. But child molesters are fuck. I watched the Epstein. There was like a 6-parter or something. And on my life, my wife and I watched episode 1 and 2, and we just stopped. I've got a daughter, 1, and then 2, we just stopped.
So unfortunately,
I don't want to know, but because it's true shit. And like I said, if I had nothing to do with it, and I'm on that fucking list, why did anyone come out and fucking say it? Trump said, I've never met him. Isn't that what he said or some shit?
Listen to this opinion. No, he has met him because there's pictures.
Yeah, but he fucking said something like, I don't know him.
No, he didn't. He said, I don't. Yeah, pretty much. So
Trump
what's
on
crazy
Epstein.
is like one of my, a friend of mine has this opinion. And he said, the only thing that I think that they did wrong was they didn't pay. He said they didn't pay the parents of the victims off with enough money. That's the only thing that they did. Yeah, he said the only thing I see that they did wrong is not paying them enough money. And I was like,
that's
what?
Ridiculous, man.
I was like, dude, I don't know if we're friends. I was like,
no, I mean, it just is what it is. It's a fucking, like I said, Jason's on it. It's a fucking disgrace. Like, I don't Like, there's zero defense for it. Like, my show or whatever, what I try to do is like fucking play both sides of I can't. Like,
She
that's
could
ridiculously sad.
she could
and
blame the
it's fucked up.
victim. She could blame the victim.
You blame a victim. A victim is a child. And I know a lot of 17-year-olds. I've been 17. I've been 16. They're cool.
But I'm talking about
they're fucking children.
But I'm talking about the trafficking charges.
Yeah, it's not the fucking victim. It can never be a victim when you're fucking. It's bullshit. It's victimless crime. I always said like prostitution was a victimless crime, but it's not. 100% not. You know, like in sociology class, I would say something like that, and then you'd learn and educate yourself. But I don't think there's a such thing as a victimless crime. To be fair, we can talk about fucking self-defense and all that shit, but.
You know,
do you think there's any such thing as a victim of crime? Yeah, go ahead. We don't have to get deep. Yeah, go ahead.
Our mutual friend, Megan Dobbins, told me that she
don't drop names and shit. She got to pay for that.
She believes that there's no such thing as selflessness at all. So in a way that kind of ties into that. There's no victimless crime. There's also, it's the same kind of concept. Like,
no, I think I see what she's saying.
Do.
I think that's a really cool belief, but I think it's
slightly I feel like we could prove that wrong, but I feel like I've tried.
No, I think
I've tried and I can't prove it wrong even though I want to. I've tried and I think about things.
So say it again. Selflessness is what?
She said there's no such thing as a selfless act.
As a selfless act. Oh, so that's actually different than what you just said. So there's no such thing as a selfless act, meaning everything you do for something about you, like some kind of benefit for yourself.
For yourself.
I think that makes a lot of sense. I think that's something I can get on board if I talked about it and understood it. I would 100%. I understand where you're coming from. My heart. In your heart, and I totally get the fact that I would say that and I would defend that love and emotion.
But really,
all day.
I can't. I thought about it and I can't. I mean,
you
I
can't.
think she's right.
No. But I think that's you're right. You're right, and she's right. Everything I do.
Hey, Megan, you're right. I know you love to hear that shit.
Oh, she's not the fucking creator of that. She believes it just like you and I believe it. No. And I'm not. Oh, I'm not dissing Meg. Megan's great. We've done porn on this podcast. Back in the day when I had a mobile phone right here, and it was audio only, and it was terrible. But we did porn on there. It was great.
I listened to that podcast.
It's terrible, but Megan's great. But no, I think everything you do for yourself. It's you. You live in your own world. You live in your own universe, and I completely get that. And I get that theory, and let's keep going with this. But I also understand. Go ahead. Yeah, this is what it's about. Go.
Speaking of living in your own universe, how about Pete Davidson living in his own universe of hot chicks?
Do you want to take it that way?
Randomly.
How the fuck does Pete Davidson pull pussy, other than the fact that my dad died in 9/11? Now I'm fucking cool.
You think he gets the best ketamine or something? Like, what's going on?
I think he's got Crohn's and he smokes a ton of pot, so it kind of works. His stand-up fantastic. I really did. I like him as a stand-up comic. Maybe even a sketch actor. His movies, he's all typecast. He's just typecast as a he's a stoner loser, and he's perfect at that.
He's got butthole eyes, Mick. And then
I don't think he's good looking, dude.
And now
he must have a massive cock.
Ariana Grande. That made Mac Miller kill himself, you know. He was like, fuck, Pete Davidson.
Wait. What?
What?
By the way, I think it looks like we're acting because that was really genuine. Mac Miller killed himself.
Mac Miller had an overdose.
Right
after. Did you not know that? He was dating Ariana Grande.
I don't know who the fuck Mac Miller is, to be completely honest with you.
He's a rapper.
He was a rapper.
He was a rapper.
All right, so this
Ariana Grande leaves him.
So he's dating Ariana Grande. They break up, and then Pete Davidson starts fucking her. And this guy blows his brains out.
All right, let me explain something. She came out with an album and a name like one of the
this
titles.
Guy was not a rapper.
Listen. One of the titles on her new album was titled Pete Davidson, and it was talking about how good his dick was. And then Mac Miller dies. Which he didn't kill himself. Actually, his dealer got prosecuted for that, for it being like fentanyl or something.
Oh, it's like fentanyl in the coke or
right.
something. Oh,
so then
that sucks.
Kim
so it was an accidental overdose. So you were making a joke, and if I knew who Mac Miller was, that would have been funny
as fuck to you.
But I had no idea who he was. So let's rewind. Pete Davidson's a weird looking motherfucker. I have no idea how he pulls ass. It's crazy.
Speaking of pulling ass, what do you get when you cross an octopus with a turkey?
Oh, I think I know this one. Go ahead.
Enough drumsticks for everyone. I'm sorry. I would stop telling jokes.
Don't you fucking dare be sorry. Don't you fucking dare be sorry.
I would stop telling jokes, but I can't do it cold turkey, baby. All right.
Can I tell you a secret? And this may just be fate, Tori.
What?
This is a true story, and I think I might be falling in love with you.
Okay, great. How's your wife? What does she look like?
Here's my story, Tori. When I first met my wife, when we first really what our anniversary for dating is July 3rd, and I remember on July 4th we weren't together, but I did this. I looked up all the fucking July 4th jokes I could, and I just texted her all day. So I appreciate what you're doing, but I'm not interested. But no, I remember doing that to my wife all day. I'm like, hey, why aren't there any American knock-knock jokes? Because freedom rings, bitch.
I don't know why you're flattering yourself. I've heard the worst stories about your penis.
Oh, that's also what I was going to say. It's I'm so glad you said Ariana Grande had this fucking whole thing about his dick. I'm so glad my wife's not a fucking musician or songwriter.
Right.
Because it would be a terrible fucking... I'd be on blast, man. It'd be terrible. You were saying he had a song about how good his dick was. Well, I'm really glad my wife's not a songwriter because there would be no good songs about my dick. Now, you get it now?
Shut up. Kim Kardashian is now dating him after Kanye.
Kanye must have
I love Kanye. I love his bipolar
ass. I
fucking crazy.
do not. I don't.
He's
do not.
Crazy, and I like it.
I think he's nuts. So I like what he does, but
normalize being nuts and famous.
Until I have a beer with Kanye, I can't really have an opinion on him.
You don't have a friend. You don't have a friend that's kind of crazy, but you're like, all right, fuck it. It's not hurting me, fuck it.
You know what? I think I'm that friend. And
so you should relate to Kanye.
Maybe that's why I don't like that motherfucker. Anyway.
What was that accent? Maybe that's why I don't like that motherfucker.
Because that's what I do. I say shit sometimes that I don't like. Maybe it's because he's black, and I just want to turn on a southern accent. I actually was going into my shirt. You see my shirt? Jacksonville 316. Isn't that fucking crazy?
I can do all things through him who gives me strength.
Through Duval, which strengthened me. I'll be honest. I have no idea. I actually don't think that's the fucking 316. I have no idea what John 3:16 says.
You're right.
I think that's Corinthians.
I was Corinthians 5:13. Why did I do that?
And I don't even know that that was coming. I didn't know that was coming. I don't know shit. I'll tell you a quick story.
For God who loved the world is that one.
I was in college. And I had a job interview with the summer camp in North Carolina. God damn, it's a beautiful place in North Carolina. Rocky Mount or something
they
like
let
that.
you around kids?
Oh, I had a job interview. Hold on. It was this Christian camp. And it was summer camp. I worked at a summer camp. It was awesome. This job interview was Christian one. And I nailed the fucking interview. Like, just Tory nailed it. I'm like, yes. And then that's what I'm saying. And then they go, what is I'm gonna touch on that in a minute, Jason. They're like, what's your favorite Bible verse? I still have zero clue. This is what I know. I was like, oh, I love the one about the foot. Like, you've seen it on the door, like your grandma's house. It's like the footsteps one. Or like the guy's on the beach and he's super depressed and he's going to kill himself in the waves. And then there's like a set of footsteps that carry him away or something. And it was like Jesus's footsteps. It's something crazy like that. I'll figure it out in a minute. But I said that and he was like, well, that's more of like a Bible story, not a verse. And I'm like,
Jehovah's Witness. They weren't cheesy. They weren't cheesy. They were like,
no, but I was just like, oh shit. But they were wanting me to go Jacksonville 3:16. I just kicked your ass. Or something stupid like I can do all things through Christ. They wanted me to say that so bad. And I didn't know. I didn't know what a fucking Bible. I was like, oh, the footsteps one. And they were like, oh, you're not getting that fucking job. I didn't get the job. Didn't get it. I nailed it. Footprints. That's it, man. Footprints.
You don't know, like,
didn't get the job.
The one on your shirt is like for God who.
So no, it's actually so quick story again. My dad gives me all this shit from his attic the other week. I just bought a house and he just decided, it's like, now it's your turn to have all your shit. And in it, like, is some 1991, 92, like, wrestling figures. There's a fucking ton of them. I had every one of them. And my kid starts playing with them, and she's loving wrestling, and she ended up dressing up as a wrestler for Halloween. But, like, I'm sitting there hanging out, watching my kid play with wrestling toys, and I go on my phone, because Facebook hears everything. Jacksonville wrestling show. Next night. I'm like, well, fuck, I'm going to take my kid. So me and my kid went, had a blast. She loves girl wrestlers. She wants to be a girl wrestler now, long story short. But anyway, they were selling this shirt, play on Austin 3:16. And on the back, I think the back's pretty dope. It's super Jacksonville, and it doesn't anywhere say WWE or anything. So you can pull it off. Doesn't look like a wrestling shirt, like you went to a wrestling show when you're 35 years old.
I thought it was a Jag shirt.
It looks like a Jag shirt. I'm going to the Jags game this Sunday against the Falcons.
Sweet.
I got sweet. And when I say sweet, I don't mean SW. I meant SU, sweet tickets.
Dude,
this Sunday.
Fucking shit is so bad. I hate you.
I'm taking my father-in-law.
Like,
my
why
shit's so bad.
You exist, Mick. Your shit's so bad.
Everything's fine on my side, dude.
Bad.
Everything is fine on my side. Everything's fine on this side. Like, for once. It's you, dude. Can you hear me?
It's not.
All right.
It's not. Everything's working fine here.
Jesus Christ, man. This is the worst shit, isn't it? We're so unprofessional around here. Anyway, we talked about the worst Christmas song. You picked, I wish there was no laws where I could just play that goddamn Christmas song you were talking about mom dying. Terrible fucking situation. What do you have any shitty I'll tell you what, to tell the people, I will be documenting the fact that I'm going to smoke a turkey for the first time ever on Thursday. I'm going to have to wake up at like 4 a.m. on Thursday morning to start this shit. Never, ever, ever done it before. Completely honest with you, never manned a smoker before. But I'm going to smoke a turkey for Thanksgiving dinner. I'm going to document it all, check out my stories and shit. Tori.
But when are you gonna I was just wondering when you were gonna start stuffing the turkey instead of your pants.
Never stuffed my pants in my life.
It's great sweatpants. We all know you are.
I'm wearing sweatpants right now, dude.
Oh, don't show the viewers. They don't want to die.
No, they love it. They can't get enough of it. No, I like looking like either butch lesbian or FTM chick, guy, whatever you want. That's what I look like. I've looked like it my whole life. That's where the mustache comes in.
It's like two dogs.
Still looks like I'm taking hormones.
It looks like two dogs kissing. Two dogs kissing.
Oh, it's chicken. Is it? Is it really? It's kind of what your butthole looks like, isn't it? Two dogs kissing. What else you want to talk about?
Actually, no.
What do you think's going to happen on the Ahmaud Arbery one? Do you think that goes away? Do you think that's guilty? 100%, right?
Guilty.
Gotta be, right? And that's the way to be like, fuck Rittenhouse. Don't worry about that side. This one's right. Giselle Maxwell, you did want to talk about that. Let's talk about it.
We already talked about it.
Yeah, but I went hardcore about the whole, like, fuck off. If I had nothing to do with it, I'd come out and say something. But, I mean, do you think they're going to get any with this? Or do they think they're going to be like, she cooperated?
I think they will. I think that will. I think certain things
he's
will be
dead,
dropped.
right? So, but
certain things will be dropped.
So many people.
So understand that she is unable to get quite a fair
Prince
trial.
Prince Andrew's scot-free now, right?
Do you want to talk or no?
Shut up.
Anyway, she doesn't get quite a fair trial because, it's been out in the world for a while. Everybody in the fucking world knows about it. So even her jurors are going to have a little bias in the first place. So I do think that she might not get off scot-free.
Yeah. So this is what I was going to try to pull up here, Tori, because this is what's happening, right? You think, she's going to get away scot-free. Sure enough.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
No. I'm sorry. She won't. She's going to rot in prison. She's the sacrifice here, right? Epstein's dead, right? He's a sacrifice here. Because this involves a ton of motherfuckers. But look at this. Let's see if we can do it. These motherfuckers are like, Prince Andrew's, we're not worried about him. The British police have already dropped it against Andrew. So what I'm saying is, like, this is happening. It's going to keep happening. Money, corruption, bullshit. Here you go. Shut up. And it's going to keep happening. And then, again, she'll be the sacrifice, as you said. But that's it. Do you know what I mean? The people are going to be like, yeah, she should fucking die. Or she should rot in prison. And then he didn't kill himself, did he? Come on.
Because he wasn't the ringleader. He just took part one day, and there's no proof. There's no proof.
He had a big old boner every time all these celebrities came to hang out at his place. But he wasn't the ringleader.
It's all
they were using his fucking
it
money.
could probably be dropped.
Yeah, it's all going to be dropped because he's dead.
It's not all going to be dropped. It's not all going to be dropped.
Again, she's going to rot in prison, but. And I love fucking Tom Hanks.
I think that more than you think.
Are never going to fry. They're never going to get in trouble.
I think so. I know you're not into astrology, but according to astrology, this might be a big thing.
I love that shit. I just don't love the people that are like, hey, this is why we're together. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
Wish I felt you, babe. All right, astrology, go.
No. How about that? We're at 53 minutes. I got shit to do, Mick. You want to talk?
Oh, you got shit to do?
We
wanted to start 2 hours ago, but you ended up showing up 52
I thought you had a guest.
No. I said someone. I mean, they're gone. What are you? Don't fuck with me on this. You got shit to do. Then get the fuck out of here. I'll keep going. This is what I do. This is important to me, bitch.
Just end it all now.
No, we're about to. Yeah, the Epstein thing bothers me because no one ever once came out and was like, "Nah, not me, dude. Not me. I guess the point is even if 98% of them never touched a kid,
I think
if they knew that was going on in the next room, they needed to fucking do something about it.
You're also forgetting the fact that, I mean, you already said it's gonna all get blamed on her, but a lot of people are already you never know what the jury's gonna do, and I don't think a lot of people's money is gonna be able to get them out of this. It's not a lot. It's not often that.
I 100% think that it's gonna That's what's happening.
I don't think that all of it will. I think there's some hard evidence that they have that's going to be really hard to get out of in that. But we'll see. Astrology says it's going to be a big, wild, crazy ride.
That's good for astrology. If Kyle Rittenhouse grew a mustache, do you think he'd look just like me?
No, you have too much of a caveman forehead.
Got it. Thanks. Tori, thanks for joining us. We're going to walk out on some Aaron Lane. Maybe next time when you're not late and you don't have to fucking rush, we can just go for hours and hours and hours. You're kind of like the man in this relationship.
You act like I would have talked to you.
You just want to come.
Long.
Bitch. This is the game we play.
I'm a motherfucking star.
You're a motherfucker. I saw a Christmas sweater today. It was like a nutcracker, and it said, not a player, just crush a lot. I think I'm going to buy it.
You would.
Would.
Is it long enough to hide your chub?
This motherfucker. You mean in my dick or my belly?
I don't know.
Challenge you to come do P90X with me tomorrow.
Have a wonderful night, Wisconsin.
Hey, Wisconsin. Hey, to be fair, I do need to say that. This bitch. To the owner of Polly's Tiki Shack. His name was Eric. I give last names for any reason, but Eric, he's passed away this week. He owned Polly's for quite a while. He's an amazing person. He's a great friend of mine. Hired me, trusted me, and loved me. And I love him always. And he's passed away at the age of 51, which is way fucking young. And we love him forever. And we love you guys. Take care. And
From now
go on with this.
Our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. Years from now, our troubles will be miles away. Here we are, as in olden days, happy olden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Pretty soon we all will still be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Oh, please have yourself a merry little Christmas.